There we go. All right. Of course, you know this is we do this every Tuesday. I'm gonna tell you right now, we appreciate you watching Girth. We come on at 9ish o'clock. If your grandmother and kids are up, tell them to take their punk ass to bed, cause kids shouldn't be watching the shit we about to say. And if your grandmama is up watching it, tell her to bring out the roll so she can go to sleep. Listen. I am the one and only, the big homie, the one that they call Miles Dixon. You are checking out Girth right here on Podcastic, goddamn it, and it's fantastic. So to the left of me, we got the other homie, the one and the only, the big homie. He's let me say it right. He rams from the murderous zip code you ever known.
Yeah, red zone.
Yeah, he
got my dog with me.
He had his dog with him today. We'll introduce his dog in a minute. Ruff, ruff. Nigga,
It's about to be a takeover. You bullshit.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready, dog? Yo, you already know what it is, man. The live style radio show on the planet
Earth, cuz.
Straight from the E-Block Radio Live. We're down right this moment, dog. It's the Wake and Bake Show Plus.
Yeah.
Motherfucking
His mic.
I got my nigga Money in the building.
Yes, sir.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live
For the 48205.
Red Zone, baby.
Red zone, you know.
Let me take
Let
me take my shit back. Shut up. Listen.
That's all you gotta do.
To the left and to his left, we got the motherfucking chef who ever cooked shit for about 5-6 weeks.
That nigga just Fred, man.
That nigga Fred.
That nigga lost the chef title. He just Fred now.
Ladies and gentlemen, motherfucking Fred Wilson, y'all.
All right, Fred. I'm gonna still call you chef. I'm gonna still call you chef, bro.
You know, I'm still cooking things up, so it's
He got his mouth twisted too, like, nigga, I still cooking up shit. And
to the left of me, you got a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
I am the one and only Kevin Lee.
Dog with
Most
his cute sweat
amazing.
voice and shit.
Most amazing. I don't have a cute sweat.
No, you talking about chocolate.
Come on, my baby.
Not at all. That's wait a minute, not cute. We was cool.
We cool. We still cool.
Okay. All right.
We talking about the Sweat Motel over here and shit.
Chocolate.
to the chocolate delightful one.
Chocolate.
I will take it. Y'all should have heard Miles introduce me the other day. I was like, oh my God, what?
She's a sex operator. She was originally the title role for Girl 6.
There you go.
Girl 6.
Girl 6 was live.
Our vocals work like
That shit
that.
was live.
But she came as Nasty Nancy.
What? Not at all. I am Special K or Hershey
Special
Squirt.
K
Take
if you
one of
nasty. Hershey squirt. The fuck? The fuck? That's a new one.
I think somebody mentioned this earlier, but first is wet though.
Yeah, first of all, Hershey Squirt is diarrhea.
Hey, that-
I'm not fucking with it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you fucking with it, Miles. You fucking with it, bro. That nigga eyes got big when she said Hershey squirt. That nigga said, what?
No, it's just Special K.
Out of which one?
And to the guy, he's always rubbing two nickels together. He the producer of the Dimes movie.
You right. I'm your neighborhood broke nigga.
Yeah, he's better known as the hip hop Toucan Sam.
This guy right here.
The one and only Mr. Darren, get out the goddamn way, Brown. Goddamn.
What up, go Detroit?
Okay. And we Monk Money is here with Q Lewis.
For sure.
They got the Wake and Bake show that's on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
For sure.
On E-Block Radio. We glad to have y'all here.
No doubt.
We gonna be talking about legacy today, correct? Chef?
Yeah, that's what we're discussing.
So when people think about legacy, they think about always talk about money, right?
Absolutely, and I looked that up. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and they think about money, and a lot of times money it should not be the main factor. And if anybody know me right now, I hate when people just keep talking about goddamn money. Like money is everything to people, and
Certainly not.
and it's not, and it's a lot of things like. When you leave in a legacy like W.E.B. Du Bois, he left a legacy, right?
Absolutely.
And he left a legacy of educational and educational tools and things to live by and go by. Gandhi left things of peace. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Martin Luther.
Martin
Martin Luther the Trap God.
Right. Martin Luther King left a lot of pictures of horrors by the FBI.
Hey, what if that nigga sell drugs now?
I mean, no.
Martin Luther?
He,
I heard he was in some shit, bro.
no, he didn't sell no drugs.
He was fucking with them hoes.
He bought a lot of pussy. He bought a lot of pussy. But Fred, when you said you looked up legacy, money was one of the main things.
Yeah, that was one of the main things. Then they discussed things left behind from someone from the past. Then they had an example of a man left a legacy to his children for peace and love. So today I was thinking about that, and I know as I look around this table, we'll go around the table. Everyone is building some type of foundation. They're building a business, and it's just not for the financial part of it, right? I think we all leaving a legacy behind.
Yeah.
So, just in this year, I had a lot of things going on, and I thought about, what are you leaving behind here?
Yeah.
What's your legacy, right? It's not what people say once you leave the room, right, about you, be it good or bad. It's just basically about your actions. What are you leaving behind for your children and your children's children? Yeah. So, tonight, I just said, man, we need to discuss this. And, hopefully that'll help change the decisions that we're making throughout the day, throughout the year, the month. Because you got to think of what legacy, what are you leaving behind on your namesake?
Yes. I mean, because a lot of times people don't understand the importance of your name. You know what I mean? Like when Tina Turner was breaking up from Ike, she said, I don't give a shit what the fuck he take. Just, I want to keep my name.
Your name. Right.
Yeah.
Her name was everything. Yes, I understood that.
And with that, I mean, that should go, that your name will go longer than your money.
Absolutely.
But I do remember Beyonce, that bitch said, my great grandchildren are already rich.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do understand the importance of financial gain. So, so I don't want nobody to think I'm stupid. I'm just telling y'all, money should not be your focus.
It shouldn't be.
Because if you do, you will always. That's why. That's the trick. They make money be our bait.
Well, people got to understand, man, that finances, money is always a byproduct of all the things that you do successfully.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's just gonna come just because. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Or even just the tools that make you rich.
Sometimes
Absolutely.
Sometimes caring about the money is being putting the cart before the horse.
All that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
No doubt.
And Monk, so when you hear about legacy, what do you think of?
I think about my kids, man.
Absolutely.
My kids, I think about like just making sure they, on the right path to get to what they, need to do. You know what I'm saying? And take care of what they need to take care of. And I know legacy also thinking about just building a foundation for it. You know what I'm saying? Just for them. You know what I mean? Like family, everybody. You know what I mean? I just want to lay something down for them so they know. You know what I'm saying? This is the mark I left on, this earth. You know what I mean? So, I immediately think of my boys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you have all boys?
Yes, sir.
That's dope. And see, they would carry your name.
Yeah.
Sure.
The boys would carry your name.
how many kids you got, man?
Two.
That's all.
23 and 8.
that's-
yeah.
Wait, 20,
Oh, you like me, bro.
23 and 8.
Nigga, I started all over. Yeah. That shit rough.
All over, yeah.
I started all over. My last one, a girl.
But while you bullshitting my sister and rest her soul, I asked, I said, you been married? She said, hell yeah. I said, your last name still say Dixon? She said, my daddy said, don't never let a motherfucker take my name.
Damn.
And that's the most scandalous shit I've
Nigga,
heard.
that's gangster.
Yeah, that's gangster.
That ain't scandalous. That's just gangster. A nigga gotta marry you and be like, oh, take my name. She's like, fuck your name.
That's unfair. Fuck that.
And but I understood what my father was instilling in her. You know what I mean? He was making sure, like, don't never let nobody take away
Legacy.
something.
Yeah,
Take away your legacy and take away his legacy because that was my older sister.
Yep.
So she said, no, he told her, never let a motherfucker.
That's some selfish shit.
Wait a minute, but hold on. I'm gonna tell you though.
Hey man, that man did right, bro. That man did right.
Wait, Darren taking down some notes, right? Off that, off your daddy. Darren taking some notes.
Right.
Because he got that daughter now.
You already know.
And the fact was when my father got married, right? He told her, I don't want to give you my name.
Oh, so he wasn't on that shit either.
No, he lived by what he stood by. And
Gotcha.
I didn't get to know my daddy. I thought my daddy was a whole ass dude, right? Until I went to a family reunion when they was praising my daddy. You know what I mean? I was like, Miles, and I took my girl with me. She's like, they talking about you, oh boo. I like, no, they ain't talking about me. They talking about my daddy.
You had heard all the bad shit, or you just didn't know nothing?
No, I ain't hear shit bad about him. I just know what he'd never done for me.
Got you.
Okay.
But then later, my auntie came to me like, baby, to be honest with you, your mother was a good woman, so your daddy wasn't worried about you like that. And so that was admirable, you know. So I kind of felt it. But goddamn, if I wanted some ponytail, goddamn pony shoes, I should have got them bitches, daddy. I needed my shoes, daddy.
Trading in your whole legacy for some Reeboks,
right?
Ponies, and Jordans.
So you know what I thought about? When I thought about legacy, you know, I did not think about money, but when I said two things go hand in hand with this legacy. And inside that legacy that pairs with that is purpose.
Oh, most definitely.
And
purpose is a big word here.
Yeah, it is very good.
It's everything. Right?
So that's just part of that legacy, right? And when we were talking about the namesake, you know, that's very important to me because going to family reunions, that's like one thing I remember my grandfather and dad and I'm talking about your name. You know, you out here clowning on the Wilson name. You can't be doing that, you know. And then I believe, just on another tip, if you married, you get a divorce, give me my name back. You can't be out here clowning on my name. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
So you got to get my name back.
I got a question. What about if y'all got kids? Like, is it not okay for her to keep your name because it's your children's name?
Man. You can't just be running out with my shit.
What's the reason behind it? You do know.
Because it's my children's name.
No. Your kids will carry the name, right?
You don't deserve that.
Yeah, you don't deserve it.
You don't deserve the brown brand when you on
sorry.
bullshit.
Because if your last name is Brown, if it's Wilson, whatever it is.
Okay, so then if I have to change my name back to what it was, and it's because you want me to, not me. If she decides, okay, I want my children and I to have the same name, and she changes their name to hers, how you gonna feel?
It's too much work to do that shit. She ain't gonna do it.
That's not gonna happen.
She still
I
has
don't
to leave
know.
money for the
It's the people that might.
But
See,
Fred,
but it's go ahead.
I do understand what you're saying because here's me, right? If I'm married, she got my last name, right? But this nigga keep coming all on her face. Right?
God damn, what? Wait.
Hold on, I'm about to.
Look at cute face.
I think I know where you're going.
I don't know where you going. Explain.
I think it's disrespectful for the nigga like, yeah, nigga, I nutted all on Miss Dixon's face.
That makes perfect sense now.
But then, no, I'm serious because it becomes a form of disrespect. It becomes a big form of disrespect.
I mean, how you gonna know?
Huh?
How you gonna know?
Because I did it, so I know what she doing. Doesn't do.
Because Miles gonna watch.
I'm just saying that nigga doing that shit anyway without saying your name.
I might be a hoe for my man, but nobody else. Like that's what quite a few women think. Like I will, for my dude, my one guy that I am married to. Oh yeah, no, because it's you that one. Like I'm married to you, so in a marriage, most things are not off limits. Like if you are comfortable with each other and you trust each other, most things are not going to be off limits. I mean, you may have some hard limits, yes, but I'm saying like if you guys together,
Oh yeah, no, none of that stuff
y'all was talking about earlier. But what I'm saying is like, hey, together we're going to do this, or we're willing or open to try things. It's because you are married to each other, so you're comfortable to do it. But to go and be like, oh, I do that for everybody, no.
I'm talking about when you divorce and keep my motherfucking name.
Yeah, that's what we talk about the namesake. You know, because like.
You still ain't gonna do all that stuff with somebody else now.
All the things you invested in your sons and you're known around the neighborhood for. And then there's some people who knew your dad and be, you know, whatever your dad's first name was, that's his son, right? So it was a lot of hard nights, investment that he invested in his family.
Right.
So you don't get to take my name and go around town. That's your legacy.
Exactly.
You know, clowning against. We had a certain standard in our home with the Wilsons or the Browns, right? So yeah, your legacy, that is your, like you said, your children are, right? Because you invest.
Yeah, and it's crazy because my dad, I don't even have my dad last name, you know what I mean? And my mom and dad been together since I've been around. You know what I'm saying? And I
They still together, huh?
still together.
Damn, man, that's crazy. That shit crazy as hell.
They
Like,
still together and shit.
your daddy a laid back nigga, ain't he?
Yeah, you know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He
he a
don't
laid
give
back
fuck.
nigga,
He
I
don't
can
give a
tell.
fuck. You know what I mean? Like he don't care about none of that legacy. He just said, man, my boy's doing good. I made
Yeah.
good boys. I get the fuck out. I don't care.
I mean, that's understandable too.
Yeah,
man.
that's-
Like sometimes, man, you don't want to rock the boat because, like I said, I got 2 boys, man, and the legacy that I want to present to them because one of the things was my stepfather. Like when he came into my life at the age of 13, man, one thing I learned from him was just patience and how to handle shit.
Absolutely.
And I mean, so his legacy to me may not have been financial, but it's more so mental.
Mental, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I make sure that my children understands how to handle things mentally, man, because it puts you in a position for you to take care of situations, man. It's not about the money; it's about how you handle the situation,
Exactly.
how
Right.
you-
Exactly.
the integrity of the situation.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? 'Cause,
For sure.
man,
Integrity is a big one.
All you got is
the
your
thing,
balls
yeah,
and your
man.
word.
Majority of people that's in jail, man, is because they don't know how to handle themselves emotionally.
Facts.
So for me to instill that, hey man, the shit that certain people might lose their shit for, you take it easy, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
stay
Chill
you
out.
stay
Chill out.
grounded
Yeah,
and
for
you
sure.
look at it in a particular way that you'll be able to overcome all things. That's what I'm really instilling in them, man.
Yeah.
Yes, and I tell my son angles, man. You got to hit certain angles.
Definitely.
You got to get certain angles. Like some shit, you just need to just go veer away from.
Yeah, step,
You know what I'm
step
saying?
outside of it, look at it,
Yeah.
assess it.
Like what my mama think, what my daddy think, like what my you gotta sit out beside yourself and see, look at yourself, like
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta realize how important your name is.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
what your mom and daddy think, but
Yeah.
like, do I want my name to be out here?
My
Yeah, you
name.
can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean,
For sure.
you know what I'm saying. Like, go out there and live your life, man. But don't live your life. I mean, don't think things that is detrimental to your
Don't think shit's sweet.
health. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you can't be going out here and just assuming every fucking thing.
Exactly.
Don't be an overthinker. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, and people gonna probably be like, "But I believe overthinking is just a feminine trait."
Yeah.
Like you look
Yeah.
at it for what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Until you wrote, that's
Yeah.
it.
No, I was listening to something this
Right,
week
that's
about
true.
that motivational, about overthinking, and that it's not healthy.
It's not.
So,
Hell no.
you know, I
It's
agree
not.
with you 100%.
Detrimental.
My old lady
Yes,
got
it
a
is.
hard case of that shit. You know,
Yeah.
like for real, like seriously.
A hard
like,
case.
I'm just like, and I have to say, like, just sit down and listen to what you're saying. Do you really give a fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
But too
Yeah,
much,
that's the
too
thing.
much emphasis
Yeah,
in
you
that
put
shit.
too
yeah.
much shit on that shit. You know what I mean? Like, just let that shit roll out. Some shit you just
Absolutely.
gotta roll with, bro. You gotta let the punches roll out because you put so much effort in thinking about some other shit. That shit stress you out, and that's
Facts.
unhealthy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was this week. I was thinking about a couple of things, and when you say what you leave your children with, and so I leave my kids with one thing. I know I'm leaving with is accountability. You know, that's real big, right? Not to avoid things, just be accountable for the things you say and do, right?
Definitely.
And then a couple people came to my mind, like R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. You know, out of all the great things they did, what your legacy, what would you leave behind and stuff, and that one mistake, right? So when you were talking about, I think you were saying about just sit back and think, be calm, and you said it also, you know, in that moment, because that can
Patience,
change everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the hard work, everything you work
Man,
for.
what? So, like you said, so many niggas sitting in jail right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who didn't get
Just-
that extra second of thought before they did that shit, bro?
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man.
Yeah.
Niggas, it's just a bunch of emotional niggas in jail.
That's it.
You know what I'm
For sure.
saying? And I ain't
For
talking.
sure.
I'm talking about, you know, you got your blue collar workers the blue collar people that go rob banks and shit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something different, man. But you got niggas in there for murder, rape, robbery. Like, bro,
Impulse
you
ass stuff.
yeah,
Impulse,
yeah.
think
You know
about
what I'm
it.
saying? Just like you just acting on impulse, and you did. Nobody taught you to sit back and think about the shit before you engaged in it.
Right.
You just thought it was okay to just first mind, nigga. I'm about to go and do something to
stupid.
harm somebody.
That's because a lot of
Yeah.
parents, a lot of
It's
parents like that.
PTA is not there. Like the pause thing act of it, because you're just like,
PTA, okay.
yeah.
Pause thing act. All right,
Pause
I'm gonna
thing act,
add that
yes.
to my repertoire.
Yes.
Look, man,
'Cause you
somebody
don't-
smart
you
here
don't-
today.
You don't.
Thank you. I appreciate
Just
it.
stop.
You ain't invited.
But you don't stop and think like, if I do this, what are my repercussions for it?
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, we good at that.
Yeah.
Man, we good at
Sure.
But it's not just y'all. Like, we as women can, have emotional responses because,
like cut
listen, like,
penises off.
I mean, like that, or, like, there are some women who.
Pissing on niggas.
Cut a whole dick off.
That's just nasty. But, like, hey, if I go and slash his tires, you don't think about the fact that, hey, he could have you arrested. Like, forget that I might love you. What's going to happen to me because I went and committed a crime, technically.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't, like, there's a lot of women who don't think like that. My cousin, listen. I
Don't tell on nobody. Wait a minute, my cousin.
Not saying
I'm
no
gonna
names.
take away that part of it,
Tamika.
but I do know
Not her cousin.
Like, so, yeah, Tamika over here is like, oh, you know what? He made me mad, so I've been drinking. I'm gonna get behind the wheel of a car and I'm gonna chase his ass down the lodge and crash into something, right?
That's bullshit.
What
that be
like
happening.
that happens, right?
Yeah, that be
so
happening.
what is it out here like? You don't think about what you're doing. You're acting on those emotions. But I will tell you, yes, I do have a cousin who one time I told her if she got behind the wheel of a car drunk doing that and I knew about it, I was calling the police on her.
Damn, that's real.
Oh, you gonna get her arrested?
I'm getting her arrested.
Oh, you a
'cause
snitch.
No, it wasn't me being a snitch.
Oh.
It was me
You
trying
want
to
her to be
protect the
accountable.
other people
I get it.
on the road. Because guess
herself.
what?
good.
If I'm on the road with you and you're drinking, guess what? You hit me. What's to say that I don't survive this? Like
Yeah.
you just
I get
took
it.
away.
Now you done
Like
murdered
you
me.
done murdered somebody.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Like it's a guy that was riding through the Taco Bell drive-through in Ohio. The workers could tell just from him ordering how drunk he was.
Yeah.
They could not keep him there no matter what. Do you know he killed an entire family, newborn baby that was
Son of
3
a
months
bitch.
old, the kids in the car. So it was like 3 kids, but it was a newborn baby and the parents. He got on the freeway going the wrong way and killed the entire family.
Wow.
And
Terrible.
guess what? He's still alive.
Damn.
And
So, do
usually
you want
drunk
that?
drivers usually survive.
Yeah, because they
And
because
usually
their bodies
anybody
are
going
relaxed.
to Taco Bell past 2 o'clock or 1 is drunk any goddamn way. So they should arrest
So you
all
should
the
know.
motherfuckers.
You should
Right.
But, I mean,
Everybody in the Taco Bell line should be arrested because all of them drunk.
but do you want to say that that's what you left behind? Like,
I
is
get
that
it.
the one mistake that
Yeah,
you
I
want
would say-
to? Like, I don't want to. Like, I personally could not live with that, and then to live with that and carry it on to the next generation. Like, oh, my mother was this drunk, or my father was this drunk, and they killed somebody. So that's all I'm going to be able to do. No, not at all.
So,
I figured
I agree with that 100%. And I, in the past, I listened to Q about, and you talk about how your friend circle is pretty close, people you came up with.
sure. For sure.
So, I think that's important who you surround yourself with.
All the time.
Are they
All the
are they
time.
being concerned with their legacy? You know what I'm saying? When you a real grown man or woman and stuff, the people you surround yourself with, are they being accountable for themselves?
Right.
Right. And you made a comment earlier about people who are in jail that just made some emotional. And I get it, right?
Definitely.
I've been in situations where people push my button, but where were they grounded in their legacy? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
so
people
they're
don't-
not even thinking about.
They don't
what-
think about that.
A lot of people
Right.
don't.
So you'll be
You done
careful
made me
with
to a
that.
point where I don't give a fuck what he thinking about
Yeah.
at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
Here's the thing, and the honest to God truth. Like me, my mother always taught me, like, you have to be careful no matter what you come in front of, right? Because
Yeah.
you never know how bad a motherfucker is, right?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times, if you think you a bad motherfucker, somebody is badder than you.
underestimate. You don't never underestimate nobody.
So I wanted to ask everybody. So like,
I want
people,
$5.
you want?
I want
Okay, so
$5.
y'all.
Okay, when you paying for pizza, I don't know, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
We saw it. I saw a $5 bill and was like, well, if I see 5, can I have it?
But
So do we like the people with kids around the table? You got sons or daughters, especially the man. Have you ever had these discussions with your son about legacies and how have you approached it?
listen, can I be before you get started? I would say this: he wanted a turkey, wild turkey.
That's not wild turkey. Thank you very
Turkey.
much. That's something else.
That's Evan Williams, bro.
Evan Williams.
You know how I get down.
Wild Turkey's owner.
So to answer your question, Fred, with my daughters, right? First of all, both of them dark skins. So I always tell them that they're beautiful. Cause
yes, you need to because we get a lot of flack for being dark skinned.
I don't know. Is that still a thing? Because I think dark skinned women are attractive as hell. As hell.
We always get.
I love my brown skinned wife.
No, listen.
I'm gonna go home and eat her up tonight. But
I will say on my end, and I know where you going. I know where you're going, Miles. But I will say I thank my mother. I do, because growing up in school and even now hearing you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, and my mother is like, no, you are gorgeous. That's still a notion. Anyway, it is still a thing.
That's crazy to me.
I tell you what,
you still hear that, but my mother.
Miles pretty for a dark skinned girl.
Fuck you.
Go your ass today.
There we
We're gonna get back on the subject, but
Sorry, Chef.
We
the
sorry, Chef.
sexiest woman to me is the one in her right mind. I don't
Thank you.
care.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You get what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you.
She got to be in the right mind first.
But I will say this. I will say this. Denzel, I forgot what the name of the show was when all the major actors would sit around at the round table and talk about what they was going through in life. It was like Denzel.
Oh, you're talking about
Goodwill
actors access, not actors access, but
something like that, whatever.
yeah.
So he was talking about how he talked to his daughters about telling her, you dark skinned, you gonna have to work 3 times as hard.
Yep.
As a woman, you're a woman and you dark skinned. But the truth is, Darren, yes, dark skinned children get picked on like a motherfucker in school.
I get it.
They get called darky, blacky, and all that shit. So I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I always told my daughter she's dark. She had coarse hair and she have thick lips and nose because God made her like that, right? So my daughter was always fighting in school, right? So the principal called me like, Mr. Dixon, we have to have a talk. Out of 32 days, she got kicked out of 100 days. She got kicked out of 32 days, right? I said, okay.
A few days.
So I came to the school, right? And so the teacher talking to me like, Mr. Dixon, I'm not gonna lie, Naveen is very nice sometimes, and blah 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 blah. I said, Naveen, what's wrong? She said, well, they be messing with me. I said, messing with you? I said, what? And then the teacher said, hold on, wait a minute. And another thing, she's always talking about God. You know, in school, we really don't supposed to talk about God like that, right? I said, oh. She talking about God. She's like, all the time. I said, Naveen, why did God make you dark? Because God made, I said, why are you so dark? She said, because God made me like this. Why your lips are big? Because God made me like this. And I ran it down. And then the teacher said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I said, tell them fucking kids.
Leave my child alone.
Quit talking about my baby.
Yeah.
I said, and she's like, well, wow, I did not know. I said, I made her do that as an indicator. So when people know, you know what I mean? She'll let her know. She'll let you know God made me like this. Like, so what you got to say about it? You know what I mean? And so the teacher was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "Yeah, y'all in a predominantly white school. She has no black figure in the school.
And no reference.
No reference.
Yeah.
No reference.
And so
That's a real problem.
As
It is.
as a dark skinned male, we get it. I mean, you dark skinned, you grew up with black ass, you know what I mean?
But it's not. I was gonna say it's not like no.
They say he was fat, then he was black.
No.
So a nigga got on because he was fat before they got on before he was black.
No, Darren. Women of all races.
That was the afterthought.
No, Darren. Women of all races love dark-skinned men. I don't care what color they are. No.
Oh, you said dark-skinned men? I thought you said women.
No. Dark-skinned men are the most attractive men that you have ever seen. Like, I know somebody who will tell you she will not date nobody that's not dark-skinned.
Right.
Like, it's a lot of women who feel that way because y'all are just gorgeous.
Well, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Shut your butterfly.
Thank you for the compliment, baby. I appreciate it.
Butterscotch ass nigga.
You know a nigga got dark skin tendency. Shut up.
Chef was saying something.
No, but just I did want to just stay on
We
topic
had cut
and
like
stuff,
Chef.
'cause,
Yes.
Chef got some real intelligent shit to say.
No, the reason why, even for this platform, because this is to give people tools and other men and women, how to address these things in a home. Because sometimes the things that we talk about, it'd be like, wow. And I know people who come up to me at work, like, man, I never thought about that, or we don't talk about that in my house, right? So we need that foundation at home, even what we're talking about now.
100%.
And I guess it can give other parents tools to how to approach their children, right? And have them look at their actions and things that they're doing. And I think Monk was saying earlier, like, when you're making decisions out here, it's like, man, how's this going to affect mom, dad, the family
Monk
name?
sleep, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why
Colorism.
I think that's basically been lost in our community,
Right.
because people stopped. When I was coming up, you had a couple thoughts in your mind, like how this gonna hurt mom or dad, or mom or dad gonna hurt me when I do this, right? However, it was back to the family name, you know, how you, and then I remember getting whoopings, and my mom be like, you got us Wilson's out here looking like a fool, you know what I'm saying?
No,
On the
Because you're
block.
representing your family.
That's right. That's
And
right. So that's a big thing.
And I'm gonna say this with my daughters. I said, Pooter. Now, if they calling you stupid, who else they calling stupid? You and my mama. I said, that's right. So do you want them calling us stupid? No. I said, so you better act your ass right. You know what I mean? When you go back to class, you got to learn how to take care of your goddamn self. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I talked to my daughter. I don't talk to her in a disrespectful manner, but I let her know, like, I'm not your motherfucking friend. You know what I mean? I'm your father. And one problem, I'm not going to lie, where I have problems with, and anybody who co-parenting will understand this, I tell my daughter to respect her mother like she respect me. One day we was at Applebee's, and her mother said, why you talk to your daddy like that? She said, because that's my daddy. I'm going to listen to him. She said, why you ain't going to listen to me? Because she said, you my mama and you let me do anything I want to.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
on her ass.
She just told.
I mean, because children are very honest, right? And she said, dang.
That hurt your feelings, honest.
And I told her, I said,
Right.
no matter what, Pooter, you treat your mother with the same respect you treat me. And she said, Daddy, I try, but it's hard. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn. But I understand.
Like, you don't disrespect your mom. You let me do that.
Right. All the way.
No, you don't disrespect her mama either.
Pretty crazy.
A lot of kids
Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead, Mom.
A lot of kids nowadays, you know what I'm saying, they ain't been held accountable for nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they not scared of authority. They ain't scared of nothing. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, these kids nowadays is not scared.
They're not scared of shit.
Listen,
I get
they
my
need
kids
to
the
meet my
business.
mama. They need to meet my
Shit.
mama.
I say a lot
I
of shit
promise
start
you.
from-
Hold on.
On a regular.
I say a lot of things that starts from the crib. You know,
Absolutely.
Everything that you know your kid or you do, it's all starts in the bed in your house.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like you gotta start growth right there. You can't expect motherfuckers on the outside that you know the guide your
your
kids.
kid together.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you guide your kids the way you know what I'm saying. Like your legacy, the legacy has been down.
Most
You know what I mean? Set down for you.
Well,
you know
a lot
what
of people go into parenting and they don't even know what the legacy is.
No, because we win it every day. Nobody got the
It's not
blueprint
handed
to
down.
it.
And I think everybody at this table, and it's a test that I think we all should take time to time. Like, write down what is our goals,
Absolutely.
where we want to be, and where we at. Because if you don't see growth in yourself within the next 24, 36 months, you know what I mean? You're really not doing your fucking job.
Right. It's
You know
time to
what I
do
mean?
something different. Take different action.
It's definitely time to change up, and that's no matter what you do. If you're a janitor, goddamn it, and you just want to stay a fucking janitor, that's okay. But let your child know, I want you to be better than me. I tell Pooter right now, when Pooter come in here, the first thing she do is look on the floor, make sure there ain't no trash. You know what I mean? Whatever trash is on the floor, she know to pick it up, throw it in the garbage. You feel me? And I think any and everybody should teach their children, like, it has to be some respect, because she has no responsibilities at home. But when she's at my house, I just told her how to iron her own fucking pants.
Yeah.
She was like, Mama, I'm gonna do that. I said, no, but you're gonna do it here.
Right.
I'm an iron. I'm an iron
And then
for
here go
you.
mine
Iron
too.
too. No, but I'm letting her know, like, I'm an iron for, and you're going to iron too, because my mother had taught me before. My mother had instilled in me, be prepared for when I'm not here. And I think you should prepare your children for when you're not here, and not while you're here.
I have a
100%.
philosophy on that, man, because I have boys.
We can't hear you,
I
nigga.
have boys.
There you go.
So one of the things is, man, like with boys, I'm always not doing things for my boys because I need them to learn how to do everything. And I'm always doing things for my girl because I need her to know that somebody is always going to be here to make sure that you're good. You know what I'm saying?
For now.
So I teach my boys to fight the world,
Right.
but I protect my girl from the world.
But that's dangerous. I'm gonna say
It is very. But as a father,
you want that, right? No, don't get me wrong. But and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. In the killing, I'm gonna let you speak right at this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very hard on my daughter. You know why? Because the world is not going to treat her in a comforting manner.
Yeah.
And she learns it. And it's funny. She told me, she said, "Daddy, I'm not gonna lie. I had to fight the other day." And my mother told me not to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. She said, "I'm gonna tell you."
To keep it real with you.
She said, "Because you told me to tell you the truth, and as long as I tell you the truth, you have a better understanding." Now I'm saying, I said, "I have a better understanding, but why did you fight?" She said, "I was taking up for somebody else." I said, "So if you would have got your ass whooped, who would have took up for you?" She said, "Nobody." I said, "So no, now next time you know, keep your ass out of it."
Right, think about that shit.
What you say? What PTA?
PTA, pause, think, act. Yes.
Hold on. And as fathers, I do understand the protection of a mother, but that's the same thing with as boys. We treat our boy. We give our boys guns and we give our daughters books. And that's sad. That's why most cases women grow up with a better vocabulary, know how to express themselves better, and then they make men look embarrassed men when they be like, "Hey, but you didn't say that." You be like, "Yeah, no, you know what, bitch?" You know what I mean? And it turns into that. So women are protected. Right. Women are protected, and we coddle our women so much to where we hurt them when they grow up.
But that's
I don't necessarily think it's coddle. Like, I get where Darren's coming from because I've been on that receiving end. My mother is very loving and protecting, and I know she will kill somebody for me. Like, I know that. But she prepared me for the real world. Yeah. Like, my mother is the one who said, like, this can happen. The men in my life have shown me so much from how a man is supposed to treat me, but they've also made sure, like, they've never lied to me. Right. If they have made a promise to me, they keep it. So I expect if they can't keep it, they'll tell me why.
There you go.
Like, I can't do this. But what I will say is,
you are lucky.
Even on both sides of the spectrum, the reason why I'm like, Darren, I get it, because I will tell, like, my grandfather or, like, the men in my life everything. Like, I did this with this person. I did X, Y, and Z. What did I do wrong, or how can I fix it? Versus, like, okay, Mom, like, I'm going to give you the color version of it, or let you think this. Right. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to talk to my... Yeah, I'm going to give you the raw of, like, I know I fucked up. Right. What did I do wrong? Excuse my French, everybody. But, like, what did I do wrong? Or...
So, I will say this, and speaking on legacy, one of the things that people need to understand that communication is a legacy trait.
Yes, it is.
It's a legacy trait.
Or lack of.
Yeah. Definitely. Both of. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that I hate to see is when women are out, man, and they just lose track of words, man. The only words that come out their mouth to communicate with kids is, "Get the fuck over here. Shut the fuck up. Don't do this, that, and the other." Like, fuck is such a hard word to give to a child.
But Kelly,
like, why you talking to your son like an ex-boyfriend?
You should not.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Absolutely. You should not talk to your kids like that.
You using the same vocabulary that you talk to a nigga that hurt your heart to a child.
But that's the thing. Like,
why the fuck did you do that?
I'm sorry. You as a woman need to be able to go to, like, you should know, I need therapy or something. Like, they don't. But somebody needs to be in their life. Like, my girl, I'm sorry, Miles. My girlfriends.
Sorry.
I am. But my girlfriends and I love my group of girlfriends because they will tell you the truth regardless. Like,
but you the only one like you and your girlfriends.
What? I don't even know your girlfriends, but what's going on there?
I don't know either. But I'm gonna tell you this. Kellen, she's very fortunate to have the people in her life that she had.
Yes,
and
I would say that,
anybody at this table would tell you that shit.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is, y'all don't know how bad men really have it when it comes to communication. The thing is, the simple fact is this: men don't learn the shit we need to learn at a young age. We learn shit when it's damn near too fucking late. Most men, I told people that, and it's a censored fact. Most men don't even know how to clean their own fucking penis at the age of 20 fucking.
That's crazy.
Okay,
Shut up, lying.
Listen, I know about that. I can actually tell you what Miles is. No, what Miles is saying is true. No, because I know somebody whose father died early, and my mother said,
because his penis was dirty?
not because his penis was dirty. No, I'm not making a joke. His dad died early, so he never got to learn how to be a man from his father. So my mother, when he stayed the night at my house, was like, he's too old to be sitting on a toilet to pee. Like, you need to be. And she legit called the men in her life and said, you need to take this young man and you need to show him something. You need to teach him what it is to be a man.
But I'm taking this different. I'm taking it to a different range. So I'm gonna tell y'all, everybody, like, I know how to clean my dick, right? The truth is, hold on. Wow. No, it's not, Joe. It's not. I'm gonna show you why. Because the truth is, this is why most women, when they get head, they smell your penis. How many of you here know that women smell their penis before they suck it, right?
Nigga, I'm married. My wife don't never smell my penis.
Well, I mean, because she know you don't use that motherfucker anyway. Listen, what I'm saying.
Touche.
What I'm saying is, the truth of the matter is,
it's time for me to go.
Most men do not know how to pull their meat back and actually wring the rim of their penis, and that's the part that they smell. And
this must be uncircumcised.
No, I'm trying to get
Chef face.
Me and Chef over here having a conversation.
I'm trying to, and I'm not telling y'all, trying to educate y'all, but the truth is, women get bacterial infections from men a lot of times because men have fungus on their.
What is it? Vaginal.
No.
I need you to emphasize
vaginosis.
We don't do a show on that.
Yeah, we really have to do it because it's this is a medical fact. When women talk, I got a bacterial infection, and it don't necessarily be from a dirty dick nigga. It really come from a physical dirty dick nigga because most men they just rub water down there and wash their dick and balls like, okay, it's clean. They don't pull back their meat. They don't wring the head of their penis. And what happens is bacteria. Listen, no, I'm telling you.
So what you saying is there's really some retarded ass niggas out here.
No, it's a lot. No, it's a lot of them, Joe. And I'm trying.
So niggas got to wipe from front to back.
No,
I mean back to front.
That's nasty. No,
I'm just asking.
No. Y'all joking, but it's really
serious about
I'm dead serious because
dick hygiene.
I'm joking because I can't believe that a grown nigga don't know how to wash his dick.
I mean, because
bastards for.
Y'all didn't hear what did I hear? Is any nigga over here 25 years or younger?
At 25,
I am.
No, shut the fuck up. My point is, y'all not. I'm saying 25. Didn't I say 25 and younger? And the truth of the matter is, it's how many black people? We all grown. How many of y'all fuck more than three women or two women at the same day?
Yeah.
Like, I've been fucking one woman all my life.
Exactly.
Yeah, bitch.
Nigga, I'm married. I've been fucking one woman my entire life.
You just 32, but you got 3 kids. Shut the fuck up.
So what? The stork brought 2 of them.
Anyway, but
good answer, Darren. Good answer.
But
On Family Feud.
I'm gonna talk to the serious man and no drunken woman in this building.
Ain't nobody drunk in this building.
I know. I'm talking shit. But seriously, men. It's a known fact that men do not take care of themselves medically. And it's a true fact. It's a true fact that a man would go fuck one pussy and fuck another without really rinsing and washing their dick properly.
Savage.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
That is savage.
Your face. Yes.
That's savage, bro.
But money understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, we understand. That don't make it right.
Right, not at all.
No, not just fuck another. We wash our dick because we just wash it, right? But we don't really wash and clean our penis penis properly, and we pull upon. We get
we.
See, I'm looking at it like this. Like,
look at that. Everybody don't watch their penis, nigga. There's some niggas in here that thoroughly watches their shit.
No,
me included.
Now.
Sanitize.
I've always had, nigga, I got gang ran on me by a woman, nigga. Like, I can't agree.
But my point to you is, you was taught that. Listen, what I'm trying to say
At an
is,
early age.
Yeah, I use like
but everybody don't have this
antibacterial
situation. So what I'm saying, but I guarantee it's
Y'all hear Darren.
I guarantee some niggas right here in this room sitting at the table. They girls say I got a bacteria infection. They like, well, it wasn't me.
Nah, man, we've been.
He like, where's my? I got some things to say.
Straight shooting in this motherfucker, man. Look, I don't know where Keys at, man.
You come over.
You gonna come over here?
But we talking about first of all, we talking about
That's a
legacies.
nice boss here.
And what I'm saying is, when people set upon their penis cleaning techniques, they need to pass it on.
Wait a minute, though. Girl 6 over here shooting her shot like a motherfucker.
Shit, that's a very nice ball head, though. That's a very nice ball head.
First off, nobody
Everybody
really
got headphones. They heard.
How many people really heard what I
They
said?
heard. They just wasn't gonna say that. Everybody heard. I just said something. Girl 6 like shit.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
said this shit earlier.
I ain't gonna lie. If you fuck the shit out you, it ain't my fault. Listen, I'm just.
It can't be. It can't be. You're not responsible for that.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. That was not
the question is the chef. I'm just saying, people have to understand those are the things that we do not pass down to our boys across the board. We all deal with some. We all had a baby by someone who we really didn't want to have a baby by. I mean, let's face the fact. Yeah.
Damn.
I got rid of mine.
Oh!
All
my babies by my wife.
This nigga water waving too. Look, this nigga water waving.
This nigga right
So
here.
why did you?
This is why I don't even include him in the conversation. This nigga been married since he was 7. all his kids is by his wife.
That's romantic Joe, bro. That's Joe romance.
Joe romance.
Look,
Hey.
I applaud you, though.
But my point to you, but Joe, how many men that you know, honestly, out of your, let's just say 10, how many are like you? None. Right, exactly. So my point to you is that everybody had their different experiences, right? Between Monk, Darren, Chef, Baldy, my man Q, I'm guaranteeing you, we have been through a situation we just didn't want to go through. And 9 times out of 10, the favors was more so in the women's favor than it was in ours.
Always is.
So, right?
Always.
And most men, and more likely, men compromise more than women. Okay.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
when it comes down to it, when it's talking about legacy, right? That's why when it comes down to men, our shit based on money. When it comes to women, it comes upon how they raised them. But the simple fact is, a lot of times, a lot of women don't let us be in our children's lives the way we need to be. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, this is definitely true.
So
That is a thing.
Scorn.
yeah,
Hurt.
But
I hate that. I hate
Hurt with
that.
the heart.
I do. I hate women that will use the kid to get back at the man or stuff, like, because my mother is not like that, you know what I mean? Or like the women in my life are not like that. Even my friends who have children, with the exception maybe a few. If you want to see your kid, here you go.
Absolutely.
So that's the only thing. That's the only thing I know is, hey, this man wants to be a father. Let him.
Right.
Yeah.
Let him teach his children.
Make you-
Because who else? Like a daughter. They always say it. A daughter's first love is her father. Right?
All day.
Who teaches a boy how to be a man or how to treat people? His father. Like, and me as a woman, I can teach you so much, but at the end of the day, and I know women, I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, but at the end of the day, there's only so much we can teach a boy in terms of like growing into a man before
Yes.
you really need
Very true.
that man. But I'm gonna get flack. No,
Kick your ass.
they are.
Look at this.
They are
Pick
going
my
to
Keisha.
I know.
Pick
They
me
are going-
Keisha.
They are going to kill me for it. But I will say, like,
They gonna
there's
kick
things
your
about
ass.
being a man that you cannot teach your son. I'm sorry.
And you cannot
Like,
teach.
and it's-
And you cannot teach a woman. Here's
Yeah.
the best way I put it. The door is the man, and the key is the woman. And the reason why I say that is because the man is the protector.
Oh, the host like that.
Right. Yep. No, I'm saying no. Listen.
I mean, the same can be said for me. No, the same can be.
No, let me finish. Please let
Go
me
ahead.
finish.
Go ahead.
The door represents a whole lot, right? The door, but the communication makes it. The communication has the lock on the door. Okay, and the woman is the key. The reason why the woman is the key, because the key gives comfort on when you could come in and come out. Okay, and a woman is nurturing, right? And the woman is the comforter, right? So the man is the door, the man is the protector, right? But when it comes down to women have the key on both sides, whether you're male or female, only because they could bring comfort. It's hard for a male to bring comfort, and it's only reason why, because not just because we're hard, it's the simple fact that we are here for a purpose. Our purpose is to be the door, and a woman's purpose is to be the key. Wait a minute. No, you
makes sense, bro.
You on timeout.
No, you ain't hear what I said.
And we want to key that hole.
I heard what he said. You on timeout.
The key goes in the hole.
No, see, I'm talking about the fact to be able to unlock things, and when you unlock things, whether it's a male or female, the woman know how to bring that calmness to both.
No, you're absolutely right. And I just want to comment, because I've been saying that for years, that just give some credit to women that they really do know how to bring the peace in the home, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But then guess what? They're not there anymore, and you probably get some flack out of that. So when I listen to around the table, everybody sharing, and when you said these kids they don't fear nothing, right? No one's there to teach them accountability. Some of the moms are not letting the dads be there, and they're not trying to be there. So now no one's talking about legacy, accountability. Man, these kids got it bad. You get what I'm saying?
I think this is the worst generation that ever been raised up.
No.
I hear what he's saying.
Y'all saying no, but I'm gonna show you this. The reason why is because they have an information overload. There's too much stuff going in, and they can't put out what's coming inside of them. They don't even know how to express themselves properly. That's why they're so fucking emotional.
So then where is the parent? Where is the parent? Where's the parent?
The parents has nothing to do with what I'm
parents
talking
out here
about.
doing the most.
Right.
Hot girl trips, grinding. Everybody hustling.
Okay.
Grinding.
I get that I was raised differently.
Excuse the hot girl trips.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
I get quite a few.
So let's just say this though. You know, if there is unfinished unfinished business, you know what I'm saying, as far as generational levels. You can't just put it on, say, the kids. You gotta put it back on, like you were saying, as far as like
Accountability.
Accountability when it comes to So what I'm saying is, like, you gotta look at, say, your grandparents, your great grandparents, your parents. You know what I'm saying, and see what was their win. What is their win? What are they bringing to the table?
The win was they had one TV through that whole fucking house. I'm trying to explain to you.
No, I hear what you're saying.
We have, right now, we got 300 fucking channels on a television set.
That's the problem, though.
That's what I'm saying. So if you got 300 fucking options and the child trying to adapt to either two, we only have four fucking channels.
It should only been one though when it comes to your actual parents. You see what I'm saying?
Listen,
period.
No, I get what you're saying. So I
understand the options, but what I'm saying is you learn from your family first, right?
Absolutely.
So they should go ahead, as an adult, block all the bullshit out and all the distractions out to understand, hey, fuck going to that damn public school. I'm going to school your ass myself. We didn't motherfucking got used to allowing other people to educate and, you know what I'm saying, develop our kids, and we didn't allow that shit to happen to where now they all out of fucking, they all out of touch with reality,
right?
Just because of the things and stuff that our parents and stuff like that, like they might have been traumatized, this, that, and another, and then people be talking about generational curse. No, it's generational. Look, it's generational trauma and shit like that. It ain't no curse because you can see where the shit came from. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when the fucking shit is people gonna step up and be accountable, responsible, you know what I'm saying, for their own damn kids?
No, I get that.
No, and I agree with that. One of the things I remember as a child, speaking to what you were saying, one of the things I remember as a child is my aunt having all of my older cousins, and they like 10 years older than I am, sitting at the dining room table teaching them French, math, science, and all of that. Like, that was legit the thing. Whether my uncles and aunts and stuff, like, they taught their kids stuff, but my aunt was like, oh, I know French fluently French. Like, spent time in France. And all kinds of stuff. Like, so she had them all sitting at the table. I remember that. So guess what? Now seeing them as parents, those same, like, all my guy cousins, them same boys, teaching their kids that. Like, hey, you know, come over and learn this.
See, and that was their legacy, to educate.
Yeah, and I saw
what we're talking about here, so I know what you're talking about.
Even like my uncles, okay, like I'm teaching my sons this. All of them are very different, thank you, and they all teach like different things. But even seeing like my cousins and what they do with what their parents taught them, it's like you're putting that into the next generation. Like, I can see what it's going to be. So me as a person, whenever I decide to have children, I know what path I can kind of go on based off of what my mother did, based off of what my uncles and aunts did, because that was the village that surrounded me. Like, even the neighborhood, which I would love, that's a different topic, of the neighborhood raising children, because Mr. Jackson down the street didn't let me go around the corner because he knew what was around there. Like, I grew up in Zone 8, so he knew what was around the corner.
I used to hang out in Zone 8 like a motherfucker. That was my shit, Zone 8. Lights, music, let's go.
You knew what was going on, so what you doing riding that bike in the street? Like, it's certain things now that I'm like, oh, if I'm a parent, I know, like, okay, that's off limits.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Shout out to Zone 8 though.
Zone 8 for real.
Shout out to my nigga Lisa.
Stone.
When the hell are we gonna be the example? When the hell we gonna be the change? When the hell is shit?
We're doing it right now. That's why we're having this discussion.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to say the youth and stuff like that or whatever, this is what they dealing with. They dealing with shit, you know what I'm saying? Our generation failing. You know what I'm saying? Not taking accountability, not taking, say, that structure. You know what I'm saying? That they was even given, even if they was given, say, a little bit of something or a little bit of nothing, to understand and shit like, hey, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking up. My parents was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And then they never even got, say, that coaching or that understanding and shit to understand who the hell they are. So how in the hell can you teach somebody if you don't know who the hell you are as a parent, and then the shit you teaching them some fucked up foul shit?
But you know what I like what you just said, because I told my children, it was 2 weeks ago, and my daughter came home from college for the weekend. She missed everybody. So I sat down my son and my daughter, and I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, know who you are so no one can ever tell you who you are. Yeah. Right? And that's so the conversations we need to have. And I want to comment on what you were saying earlier. And it's not a generational curse. It's a generational mindset, right?
Okay.
And then what Miles was trying to say back in the day when we had those 2 stations on the television and we didn't have all these options, it kind of forced you to learn how to make a decision, right? Now you got so many options, you don't have to make no decisions. No. You know what I'm saying? So when I listen to everybody around a table, everybody's on point. So whoever's watching this show, it's time for you to stand up, be accountable, talk to your kids about their namesake, talk about accountability, the legacy, and then they won't be out here with all this foolishness, right? And that's all it is right now.
And then also too, when you become an adult, or at least even just a young adult, sometimes I think we talked about this on another show, sometimes you have to come to terms with your parents just fucked up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of
gotta come to you.
Yeah, a lot of us don't realize, like, sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. Like, you got this idea that your parents are these superheroes, and they just happen to be fucked up individuals who had a kid.
Because they winging it.
They winging it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got the blueprint to what's going to happen tomorrow. You know what I mean?
But wait, I think as a parent, and this isn't just me going off of how my mother is, my mother will tell me, like, this was a decision I made, and I apologize for how this may have affected you. Dang. She does that. So that's the only reason why me as a woman today, like, I know men are like, women don't apologize. I'm different because guess what? No, and I get that. I know most women don't, but my mother to this day will apologize to me for something like from when I was 5. Like, okay, I was wrong. Let me apologize. So now me as a woman, I can apologize to you like, okay, boo, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to do that. But that's something that she taught me. So I will always like forever be grateful. Even the things where I'm just like, okay, Ma, like, I don't agree.
Right.
But it's the things that she has instilled, I will say, in me that will forever like go from me to the next, to the next, to the next. Like, I am forever grateful. And I get, like, everybody's like, okay, I'm raised differently. I get that. But I'm thankful for the example she set and the things that she did. Or even just, like, my family in general. There's things like, yes, did people make mistakes? Yes. Or, like, I just had this conversation with her like 2 weeks ago about generational curses because I was like, I don't feel like that. Like, I don't feel like when I see all of this, like, oh, we had generational curses, because you told me the truth when I asked, regardless of what it was, regardless of how hard it was. She had the conversation with me, and then I could say, okay, cool. She talked to me. Now let me go ask my uncle this. Hey, I got a question. Can you tell me this? And he would be like, okay, I'll give you the real. So I appreciate the truth from the people who were there or who could tell me about it.
So would you say at that point, being honest or being transparent and having that hard conversation? Because man, I had some real grown man growth in this year, even at my age. And when I tell you, I've been sitting my children down, and I had to tell my daughter, because my daughter would be 21, right? So she's seen her dad in a couple relationships. And I said, you know something, baby girl, and because she hadn't started dating, you know, I know guys be attracted to her, but she said, Dad, I'm not into that right now. So I had to sit her down, and I said, look, babe, I said, I know you seen Pops in a couple failed relationships. I said, it's okay to love and to trust, but you just got to take your time with it and don't rush in it, because that's what I learned, right? So I could have just sat back, not act like nothing ever happened, right? And then she would have grew up with this, and I seen it in her. So I said, now's that time to have a conversation, because, you know, I don't know if I'm here next week, right? So it's hard conversation. I learned how to be, at this point in my life, to be very transparent. And my children, man, after I had these conversations, man, my daughter just come to me and she talked to me about everything. Now.
No, I'm gonna tell you, that's
everything.
You know what it is?
You know what it is? Not just being transparent. It's uncomfortable being comfortable. Like, it's comfortable being uncomfortable because you know. And I'm like, I'm the only woman in this room at the moment. But all these men, if you have a daughter, who else is going to teach her or tell her about the men that she's going to encounter in life, right? So, and Lord knows my male cousins know who they raised. But the things that they did or the conversations that they had with me growing up, even like just from my male cousins, because quite a few of them are at least 10 years older than I am. So in their 20s, when I'm coming up to be 16, a lot of things that girls my age were doing, I had no interest in, because this one over here was a hot mess, and I don't want those same problems, like, as a woman. So even now, like, talking to them, it's like, no, you don't want to deal with him because he gonna do X, Y, and Z or whatever. So, like, the men in our lives as women teach us so much. Man, it's only so much your mom do.
That's for sure. And then, Chef, I just want to say this, though. Like, I know you did that for your daughter, right? but you just saved the life of some nigga. I'm serious.
Yes.
Because she won't come in with that guard of thinking like, damn, my old man had this relationship and like I can't trust nobody. Like she not coming in with that baggage. You just saved the nigga life. I wish some of these girls' daddies had told them that shit.
And I'm gonna tell you the other things that I'll tell my daughter too. You know, I do a lot for my kids, right? But I do a lot for my daughter. And I said, look, this is just what daddy do, right? Mm-hmm. I said, but I said, you're going to have somebody in life. He's not going to do what I did because I'm daddy. But what he's going to do is going to be good also because, you know, at this point, you know, I'm 54 years old. Well off in my career, you're going to meet a young man. He's not going to be able to afford the things that I'm doing for you now. Mm-hmm. So don't gauge it off of that. I tell her all the time, he's going to do something nice. It just won't be daddy nice.
Listen, right? as women, I can afford myself. I say that all the time. I can afford myself. So I'm okay with you probably still starting off because guess what? My mama is older. So I already know what she did. My daddy is older, right? My grandparents are older. So the things that they can give me, I already know you being 30 probably can't do those same things. So if you for instance, you want to take me to Hawaii. I was in Hawaii at 18. Mm-hmm. Or just bringing it. No, I'm just saying or you saying hey, baby, I can't take you to Hawaii. I can take you to Florida. Cool. I've been to Florida quite a few times, but I've been Hawaii at 18 because my mama took me, right? So I know the experiences that I've had because of my parents may not be something you can give me at 30. Mm-hmm. But hey, give you 10 years, maybe we could do that again, right? Right. But in the meantime, I can afford me. So it's okay. Yeah. I'm okay with we riding this and rocking this right now together.
So we're still talking about legacy here, and that can be legacy of a person being understanding
for sure.
You know, because when I read up on it, it can be something on love and peace, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, I love talking about relationships because you know then it kicked me in my head so many times, so I can speak to it, and it's on some transparent stuff, right? And so I often, like you said, I make it good for the next guy. Mm-hmm. So I often tell my daughter, it may be something she want, and I don't want her to, the first time she hear no, but I'll tell my daughter, well, now it's not a good time for this, but we'll look at it next week, right? Mm-hmm. Because these are sort of tools that she's going to need in a relationship, right? So she go to a man about something she's married, hey, babe, I want this purse or this car. Well, babe, now's not a good time for it. Well, let's look at it next month. She's accustomed to dad saying, she'll be like, okay,
so
well,
she
that's
wild
cool.
Out, right? She understand.
Right. Exactly. Understand.
I was gonna say, I'm used to working for it. Like, you tell me no today, okay, what do I got to do? Or how hard do I need to work for this next month?
Right.
So we can, these are things we pass down, though. So whoever's watching this show tonight, please, pay attention. And I always say if somebody's sitting in the driveway somewhere listening to the show, and they probably be like, man, thank you, Jesus, because I really needed this, man. So legacy.
Yeah.
Wow. This topic has been hot. Me personally, from listening to everybody around the table, I didn't pick up nuggets and stuff. So that's why I like when coming up with these topics, because I know I love having necessary conversations for my growth. And I'm always learning from you guys something. So since we started this show, man, I'm much better and stuff. I'll be watching y'all show till y'all cold in the morning. So, and then what I learned from watching y'all show, just it's okay. Like with men, we come across just straight across the table with it, and that's okay. Right. Because sometimes as a man, that's how you have to come. Let your no be a no. Right that's at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to tell somebody something, now's not a good time for it, don't be wishy-washy. You said it wasn't a good time, I'm going to get with you next week, okay? All right, so what we having for dinner? You know what I'm saying?
And as men, we got to understand this, too, because we go through this a lot on our show in the morning, because, like, we all pretty much alpha males, right? So you got to understand that it's all right to disagree with your homie and shit, and like you can still be cool, nigga. Like
that's right.
Niggas don't know how to disagree without fucking. Like dog, me and Angry Man fucking argue every show.
Every show about orange juice.
But this my man stuff. Like it's been my man since I was like 4. You know what I'm saying? Like so this been my dog. But like it's okay. You gotta
Why you
bring.
look so much older?
I hate you.
I know, though. I actually look pretty young. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking young for 36 or whatever.
I'm the baby out the group, though.
Hey, look, so
I'm the youngest.
You know who? You know who, nigga?
So I love what you're saying, though. You know, so to me, what y'all teaching people, we can have a different opinions, but we still working to make this show work. Right?
Oh,
A mutual thing. Don't get it twisted. We arguing about this orange juice, but our goal is to finish this show the right way, right? And for married people,
you gotta know how to do that.
Married people, that's the key. You can disagree, and still, but y'all still got to make the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You disagree and have to try to get a divorce.
So a lot of people like, we disagree. I'm out of here. You know, no, you got to finish
You gotta
the
let that
show.
shit roll out. You gotta roll out. You know, and a lot of people are impatient. A lot of people don't have patience, bro.
At all.
Ooh, speak on it.
None so whatsoever, bro.
Yes.
They done.
They expect growth in seconds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody got miracle growth. We don't got miracle growth in our skin and shit. We can't just instantly do that shit.
Right.
Like, let me know. Conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Conversation, communication is everything. You know what I mean? I don't know how you feel until you tell me. You understand me?
Yep.
Like, I'm not going to go in your brain and like, we as men, we're not going to analyze your whole situation and see what the fuck going on with you.
Not at
You
all.
have to come and tell me.
Absolutely.
I'm not about to sit here and say, "Oh, dog, you looking fucked up, bro. You all right?" No, bro, you gotta say something to me, bro, because I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm
You
fucked
know
up
us,
too.
we be like, how come you ain't say nothing?
Right.
That's my thing.
My blunt tore up. I'm mad at the motherfucker too. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta go back to the store.
Hey, but look, one thing I will say about my dog, this is real shit. I think he mentioned this on another show. It's like my nigga angry. Like he is. Like I ain't just talking about angry, man. I'm talking about money. He get angry sometimes. But what my nigga do though, because I fuck with my circle again. I say this every show. Right? Even when this nigga not here, I say this shit every show. But like this nigga will call and be like, "Hey dog, like I did such and such, like nigga was I out of line and shit."
I'm tripping because I know I'm pissed off.
And I be like, my nigga, you doing way too much. My nigga was like, dog, I had to call you and see.
But you need that.
But you need
You know you need that. Like, if you just have yes people around you, you are never going to grow.
I'm about to go in this nigga shit, bro. Like, am I wrong or am I right, bro?
You're not right, my nigga.
No, you do.
Hey,
You do. You always need somebody that's gonna tell you the truth and be real with you, which
like, nah,
Lord
nigga,
knows
that
I'm
ain't
sorry
it.
for the people in my life that I'm just blunt and truthful with. But you need that.
I do.
Because if you don't, then you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm good through life, and then you gonna get somebody that's gonna be like, I'm whooping your
I be
ass.
locked the fuck up.
Yes.
I do have something to ask y'all.
Yes. Oh Lord, I'm scared. What you about to ask me?
And dealing with legacy, right?
Yes.
Like you said, sometimes you called him and asked you was you right or wrong, right? Is it how can I say that? How can I say this? Is it normal for us just to be mad about shit? Right? Because a lot of times we take advantage for the shit that's free in our life, right? Like we drinking, right? We smoke, right? But then we get mad when we have lung disease. No, I'm about to tell you about legacy. We don't teach our children certain shit about their health.
Oh yeah.
Right?
No.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's for sure.
Especially in Blackman, we hate the doctor.
Right. So the fact that like I told my daughter she had 5 and she's 9, she had 5 cavities already, right?
Whoa.
But that's because her mother is her fucking friend. It's no disrespect to my daughter's mother. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying that she let her do whatever she wanted to do. And when I'm saying about health, like the best when they say the best thing in life is the best things in life are free. They really are.
They really are.
Our eyes, our lungs, our kidneys, and all that. But we do everything to damage it. Right?
Absolutely.
And we don't teach our children the very thing that will keep them alive. Okay? We tell them about certain shit that really don't fucking matter at the end of the day. And my boy right now, he said, I smoke because I said, listen, nigga, you still inhaling smoke inside of your lungs. I don't give a fuck how you want to look at it. It's not good. Right? Whether it come from the fucking earth or not, it's not fucking Good.
So I
disagree.
Again, I'm not a parent. Wait, I'm not a
you
parent.
might disagree, but the truth of the fact is, 90% of the people that die in fires is smoke inhalation. So smoke.
It wasn't weed though.
No. But
He said it wasn't weed, it was smoke.
but if
You got to defend weed to the death.
no, I mean, of course you'll defend it because you're a fan of it.
For sure.
But I'm saying the truth of the matter is, if no matter how we want to look at it, smoke going inside our lungs, no matter what type of it is,
It's unnatural.
it's not good. It's unnatural.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, as we go about life and we smoke weed, we drink, you know what I mean? We have unprotected sex, we have babies that, we don't really want from a motherfucker that we having babies by. This is all health, right? And then health is wealth, for sure, right? The person who lived the longest will be the strongest at the end of the day, because he can have his legacy or her legacy live on longer. All I'm saying is, when it comes down to the things that's the best things in life that's free, if we don't take care of that, and we don't teach our children how to take care of that,
Absolutely,
we lose.
I agree.
So I was gonna say, I'm not a parent again, but coming from
apparently,
I'm just saying I'm not a parent at the moment.
Corny as fuck.
Lord.
Not corny as that food that flew out your mouth.
My mother, and I have to go back to my parents. So my mother, I have never, and anybody who knows me knows this is true. I've never tried drugs ever, whether it was weed. Like, I have never had any of that in my body. Because listen, my mother from the time I was a young girl could tell you that, like, she told me the story about how someone she went to school with, they both went home. They were supposed to have a study session, but because the other person's brother was on drugs, he went home and saw a needle and stuck it in himself and dropped dead.
Oh, wow.
So she never had a desire to try anything. Wow. So guess what stuck with her kid?
Oh, they're real drugs, though.
I mean, those was real drugs. But even when she told me about the story about how her and one of her girlfriends went with the girl's boyfriend somewhere, it was a stash house or something. So she was like, I'm surrounded by all these people who high, and she was like, she saw what it did. So she said, nope, never mind. I will never do this again. So for me, I grew up with that. Like, that's what I heard. So even with sex, it's part of my legacy. So even with sex and drugs and all of that stuff, like, I didn't see my mother have a sip of alcohol till I was 18.
I can relate with what you're saying for the simple fact, well, to a certain extent, because I never tried any drugs outside of weed.
I still haven't tried weed.
But my reason being for that is because
no, it's not. It's my mother's scared. Like, my mother scared me.
But my point is,
what I'm
saying, no, you fine. My point is, what I'm saying is because, like, I sold drugs, so I saw how it affected.
Okay.
So that in itself kind of fucked
deterred you. Yeah.
And my father was on drugs, so I saw firsthand what it did to me. So that's really a deterrent of why I didn't. That's one reason, and because actually back in our generation, even though you had a couple people, we didn't do drugs. We started doing it.
Right. Exactly.
They do that shit now, but not back then.
I thought you were supposed to use your own product.
No, hell,
you never
use your own product.
Okay.
But
I do my weed.
My whole point is, with weed. But even with,
real quick though, you can accidentally though get a habit though. Like if you fucking with heroin and shit, like you fuck around and
you just gotta be careful.
You get
I don't even like using my migraine medicine and giving myself a shot.
Even what you said, Doc, even what you said, both of y'all got a point.
I take it all off and eat it later.
Both of y'all got a point.
I'm talking to him.
We can hear you.
Because Doc, like, we don't school our kids on the simple fact of
cut his mic up.
Health. And I thought it was on. Sounded like it was on. Maybe I just wasn't close enough. But we don't school our kids enough on health.
That's for sure.
I do now because of the health scare I went through.
And where did you go? No, don't just say it like that.
I mean, I went through shit. Like, I literally died like 4 times and was brought back to life and shit. So I coded 4 times because I had an aortic dissection.
Oh, shit.
And that occurred from my high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So, but, it was all because of how I fucked up I was eating. All through the years, you know what I'm saying? So that fucked me up. And so now they don't listen all the time, but I still try to tell my kids to let them know.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? quit eating all that bullshit and try to get yourself in order, health wise, exercise. Eat, even if you go eat bullshit, minimize it.
Minimize it.
You know what I'm saying? Not try to do it. But as far as what he's saying, as far as with the weed, we have health benefits, and but
to a certain degree.
But I'm gonna tell you, no. Listen, the smoke does fuck with your lungs. That's why I'm more of an advocate of edibles shit like that, because you're not inhaling that smoke.
Right.
It's you getting the purity.
You still getting the THC,
but you actually getting more purity of it with edibles than you are with the smoke.
For sure.
Well, I would definitely just say this, and because we about to come to a close, it's about to be 11 o'clock, and we've been on for an hour and a half, and I don't really, and Monk, who Monk, Monk like I got smoke. I've been here for an hour and a half.
Hey, he not playing, bro.
No, I believe.
We damn near got into a fight about that shit.
We got a couple fights.
We got a couple fights about that shit.
And there's nothing wrong with a grown man wanting to smoke marijuana. Here's what I tell people: your children, to them, you they everything. You that Superman, you that Superwoman, right? So whatever they feel that you do, they feel like, well, if my dad or my mom's doing it, I should be able to do it because I know they won't do nothing that will harm me. My mother died November 14th, 1989. So when she died, I hated her for at least a month. Because I'm like, why in the fuck, if she's smoking cigarettes, why in the fuck she's smoking cigarettes knowing goddamn well that she could die from it? Mm-hmm. You feel me? Now, one thing about children, we don't know no better. Okay? Right. And we figure if something is wrong, why would our parents do it? And it's going to hurt them with a possibility of them leaving us. Okay?
Absolutely. They become an adult.
Right. Right. So when my mother died, I really hated her. I was like, what the fuck wrong with her? You know what I mean? Like, I'm her son. Why would she leave me like this? You know what I mean? And at the same time, huh?
I said it wasn't intentional.
No.
As a kid,
but at the same time, when you know, you fucking know. Like certain things,
it kind of is intentional.
Well, I was gonna say, wait, in 1989, was it really known? Because no, I was gonna say because at the time, smoking while you were pregnant was okay.
No, that was in the 50s.
No, in the 80s.
No. You weren't even born.
Right, certain general shit was on the block by then. I'm sure.
But I could have sworn I've heard women say that they were smoking in their.
They were smoking. They were just irresponsible.
Exactly.
In the 50s, they were saying that shit, and it proved. That's why you got a lot of kids. If you ever noticed, in the 60s and 70s, Down syndrome was really big.
Sure. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to explain to you, and don't get me wrong, I don't just talk shit out of my ass. I'm just telling you the truth. When it comes down to it, I was like, why would she do it knowing that it could possibly give her cancer? Right,
Absolutely.
Right.
But with children, they don't know the difference, and it set me on a different perspective as a child. I didn't. Here's the thing: the reason why I fucked the women I fucked, and the reason why I disrespected the women I disrespected, because I felt my mother didn't do me just due. You feel me? In the beginning, in the beginning,
you're right though, because as kids, my bad.
Here, you can have my mic.
The only thing I would ask you, Ian, is if we know how detrimental and shit America is and shit right now.
I say America.
Look, just hear me out. Just in this.
No, just come on. I want to hear you.
Just question right here, whatever. We know how detrimental and shit say the world is, or just say America or whatever, where we stay at and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we supposedly have and shit all these freedoms and this and that and other, which we know.
Hey, she's stronger on that nigga.
Which we know and shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the case, right? If you know and shit, you know what I'm saying? That this country right now is detrimental and shit to your motherfucking, to you and your fucking goddamn kid and shit. Would you tell your motherfucking kid and shit, or how would they look up to you and be like, why didn't you leave? Just like in shit as far as the cigarettes and shit with your motherfucking parent. No. If you know and shit how bad America is when it comes to racism and all the rest of this shit, right?
So why did you stay? They can look at you like that too.
That's a hell of a comparison.
It might be. Hey, look, I'm might be throwing my shoulder out just a little bit. But
I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you it's not, because you can't show me another country like America. But I can show you another country like Vietnam. I can show you another country like China. I can show you another country like Turkey. There's no country in America, no country in the world like America. So here's what I'm saying to you: there's none. There are none.
I mean, I don't know. Have you ever motherfucking lived in shit in every country?
No, my point. Now you being analytical on the point of the truth is there's no country in the world like America. It's a known fact, because this is why everybody adore American money.
Everybody come here and shit to make that bag, man. We are the bag. Now think about it.
No, we are not.
Yes, we are.
We're not.
This is a capitalistic ass fucking society.
No, we're not.
We talk about it all the time. That's why people leave and shit fucking poverty and shit to come over here as immigrants and everything else.
No, they don't come because of poverty. They come for opportunity.
That's basically the bag, though. That's the bag.
No, it's fucking not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The opportunity is the bag.
Thank you.
No, you be able to get to the bag.
No, hold on, stop.
Sometimes the opportunity is freedom.
Exactly.
But is it free?
So
I mean, if you being told what the fuck you
no, what I'm trying to show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna let y'all breathe on this one, but here's the thing.
We're about to drop dollars.
Hold on. The whole thing is this. Right. The whole thing is this. When it comes to America, America has the best opportunity, and it's not about the bag. It's about opportunity, meaning a person can come here and go to college for free. Right? Then they can go back to their own country. Correct.
And get the bag.
And then they can get the bag in their own country. What I'm trying to show you is it's not the. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. We confusing ourselves with money and survival and living. They're two different things.
But I'm gonna tell you something. The laws for that shit, like the laws for actual citizens, especially black citizens, here don't. It's not the same
black
laws
daughter.
for people that come from different countries over here.
That was my fucking point.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. This country is detrimental for us.
I agree with you on that.
No, it's not detrimental for us.
But what you saying,
it
our
is
opportunity not gonna be greater somewhere else.
It's not.
It ain't gonna be greater nowhere. I mean,
you saying that shit right? Bottom line, can you speak Vietnamese? No. Can you speak Senegal?
It can be greater than shit if you own your own land.
No, it's not, because no matter if.
But listen,
somebody owned this land, they took it.
No, if you own your own land right now, you got motherfucking goddamn military or presence of.
But we don't.
No, I'm saying if you do, but you got that parent.
We won't.
No, you.
We won't. The truth about parenthood, it has nothing to do with the comparisons of a country. The truth is about
putting your kids in the best position. You know what I'm saying? Right then,
there's no better position to be in America for a child to be in America right now. That's as of right now. Later it might be China. Later it might be New Zealand. The truth of the matter is we don't know, and it's the only reason why we don't know, because right now black people don't think about that type of shit. I'd rather, when my last days, when I turn 65, I'm going to Ghana. I'm going to live in Ghana.
But I think
okay, so why are you going to live in Ghana? Why don't you go with your kid right now to go to live in Ghana?
Because I want to circle back to that though, because I know
you see what I'm saying.
You made the comparison.
You
made the comparison.
You making it seem like, okay, why would you live in Ghana then? If you know that Ghana is a better place, then right?
Because at the age of 65, Ghana would be the better place for me, because I can have $80,000 and live the rest of my life like I need to. $80,000. Wait a minute. $80,000 in America as a 65-year-old. You're going to die by the time you're 75.
Well, I think that's where I see what you're saying. But I think that as a child, that opportunity ain't the same.
It's not.
For an old nigga dying, that's a great choice.
Exactly.
For a teenager going over to fucking Ghana, like,
it's not.
But as a kid looking at their parent and shit, if he leave at 70 years old, right?
That's the retirement spot.
Look. But as a kid, say, okay, your kid and shit, you know what I'm saying, is whatever
should
age.
Should be 29 years old.
Okay, so look, that's at 29. But what I'm saying is, say, okay, take away 10, 15 years from that point. If you know and shit, that's the option. Why not go ahead and shit and stamp down on that shit now?
Because
even though I know you're not retired right now, I'm just saying.
Because it's not good for her.
Right, it's an option for that age.
It's not her age. Right, because when you 65 years old, that's what I'm saying. When you go to Ghana, Carolina, and you 65 years
You
old.
on your way out.
But what I'm saying
on your
is
way
you
out
see
this
that
bitch.
though already in the future for you. So why wouldn't you see that beneficial for your kid?
She will know that because she will be the person who moved me there, and she gonna fly back. I'm not crazy.
She coming back though.
Right, she coming back because
There you go.
there's
Take
no
your ass back.
listen. Just like in America,
Supposed to leave alone.
there's no safer place in America than Detroit for a black man and woman.
For sure.
Period. There's no safer place for a black man or woman in America than Detroit City.
Period.
Really? Hold on. Show me somewhere else where you can find at least 7 miles, 7 miles full of black entrepreneurs.
But you said safe. That's two different things.
No.
Oh, yes, it is.
So you
consider safe.
That's part of your safety.
But it's not.
What do you
though.
consider
Today's show is brought to you by Evan Williams.
It's not.
I mean, yeah, that shit is so.
And Wild Turkey.
That wild
Yeah,
turkey.
but I understand that. That's not what I'm
Oh,
saying.
sorry,
though.
I ain't mean
You
that.
said as far as safe as. So I'm
talking about mentality. I'm talking about education. I'm talking about making money.
that's
I'm talking
fine.
about
That's-
building.
But that's different than you saying safe.
That's all of that. All the
if
safety
you
is all of that.
So if you saying it's more secure for a black person, that's different though. Safety is
Show
not.
me a safer place. So show me a safer place than Detroit. Have you ever heard any black people getting killed by police officers in Detroit like this?
No, but I done heard black niggas get killed by black niggas.
No, I mean that's
So
everywhere. That's
what I'm
anywhere.
saying,
That's
though.
anywhere.
But it's still it's still to
Inferiority or whatever and shit
it's
is
still to
everywhere.
a point
So-
where
Hey y'all, this
It
is
ain't
Girth.
never
Y'all
no
checking this out.
safe.
We about to go.
it
We about to
exists
go.
in certain cities
when
more
you
than
go
it do
later.
somewhere else.
Hey, send us off.
Nah, security wise, if you saying that, I don't say safe.
Hold on, Fred got something to say. Go ahead,
No,
Fred.
so
We're gonna end it on
let's
Chef.
just- Yeah. Let's just recap this up.
Yeah, we recap because these niggas crazy.
No, but I'm listening to everybody
I'll take
around
my
the
ball and go
table, so
home.
everybody got a very valid point, right? So we talked about legacy, right? So when you get down to it, we talk about purpose and we talk about communicating to your family. You know,
Right.
stop just flopping in and out the door. Look like you making moves. Slow down. Talk to your family, whatever your family may be. Maybe one kid. You know, I'm not sure, right?
Your family may be your friends.
Maybe your friends, right? So think about the moves you making, what you leaving behind, right? Because somebody looking at you. Because when my dad wasn't around on the block, I was looking at the cat down the street, you know, because he was going to work every day, cutting the grass, doing his thing. Somebody always looking at you. So just slow down, stop flying in and out the door. That's what we all talking about here. People discussed about generational mindsets. We talked about important values. But somebody and everybody around this table, somebody slowed down enough to at least talk to you. That's why we sitting here a sound mind.
Right.
So that's what, and we can still communicate. Well, y'all will, because I got to go to work. However, slow down enough, and I tell people, anybody know me at work, I say I only have necessary conversations.
True.
Oh, amen.
That's real shit.
On that note, y'all been checking out Girth this Tuesday. We've been going for a long time.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, straight eight shooting niggas. They
Straight egg shooting.
Straight shooting, man. What
Straight
you talking about, man?
Straight shooting.
Straight shooting, man.
Like these East Side niggas was okay today.
0.205.
I'm a West Side girl.
Get it in.
238.
And the chocolate thunderous was good. Shout out to Girth. Shout out to the motherfucking show. Thank y'all, but we'll see y'all next time. Tell your grandmother wake your punk ass up. Bye. Peace.
Peace.
So no, I'm serious. So I want to talk about safety.